Hi everyone, Matt Watson here from CarWow. So I've got 10 classic Mercedes, most are performance cars, a couple aren't, like this Pullman, and I was going to review them, but then I asked the guys at Mercedes, would it be okay if I launched them to do a 0 to 60 time on each of them, because I know you guys love those performance stats on cars. I didn't expect them to say yes, especially when I'm going to be doing it in something like this 300 SL, which is worth 2.5 million euros, but they did. So I'm here at their test track in Germany, and we're going to launch these cars and see how quick they are. I actually can't believe this is happening. He sounds a bit worried, that's why he's beeping, but we're just going to get on with it anyway.
Buying a new car? Head to CarWow to get offers from the UK's top dealers. carwow.co.uk, the car buying comparison site.
Let's start this video off in a very bold way. I'm in a 300 SL Gullwing 1955. It's got a 3-litre straight six with 215 horsepower. The engineer said to me, do not crash this car, it's very expensive. Still, he's going to let me launch it. It's a manual, so I'm going to do my best while being also sympathetic to its mechanicals. Got my specialist timing gear here. I'm going to see what time it does. Here we go. Oh yes. Oh, at 3,000 RPM, this thing really takes off. It's lovely. Oh, come on. We've got a time. Look at this. 0 to 60 in 9.4 seconds. It's fairly rapid. Once this is above 3,000 RPM, really starts to sing, this engine. Right, next car. Now I'm in a C111 from 1970. This has a 3.5 litre V8 with 200 horsepower. Very rare car. They only made 13 of them. Never went into production. It was just a prototype. But they did race a few, and those sold for like 20, 30, 40 million euros. People were sending blank checks to Mercedes going, fill it in with whatever number you want. Mercedes didn't know, they didn't sell it, they didn't make it really, apart from those race cars. So this is a bit nerve-wracking. It's got a manual gearbox and it's a dog leg, so first is down here, second's up there. Hopefully I'm not going to botch it up. Right, here goes nothing. Oh, V8. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Come on! So funny doing the dog leg, but it works really well. There we go, we've got a 0 to 60 time of 10.28 seconds. So slower than the SL. I guess this car is more about handling there than outright speed. It's got a mid-mounted engine, driving those rear wheels. What a thing to actually get to drive and to do a launch in. So lucky. For this next car, I've taken a back seat because it's a Mercedes-Benz 600 Pullman from 1980, a luxury limousine. The Pope had one of these, various kings had one of these, and when Queen Elizabeth came to Germany sometime in the 1970s and 1980s, she went in one of these as well. So I'm in good company here in the back. My driver is called Matthias, Matt and Matthias, together doing some car reviews. You all right, Matthias? Let's first of all hear the V8, so put it in neutral, let's hear the revs. I bet the Pope never did this. Shall we set a time then? So if you put it into drive and then launch it. 3, 2, 1, go for it. Nice, steady pull away. Come on, Pullman, keep going. We're at 40 miles an hour. It's got a 6.3 litre V8, this thing, with 250 horsepower, but we took a leisurely 17.6 seconds to get to 60, and the quarter mile just clicked over in 21 seconds. It's not about going quick this, it's about being relaxed, chilled, and just comfy and quiet, and what a blooming luxurious thing to travel in, I can tell you. Although these wooden seats are kind of itching my legs on this hot day. Oh, you're a brave man trying to get round there. He's just done a U-turn in a really tight space, showing that the turning circle on this is actually all right, considering how long it is. Welcome to the lovely interior of a 1980s Mercedes-Benz 230e. Back at that time, no other car could match Mercedes for build quality. This is absolutely lovely. They sold 2.4 million of these things over a 10-year lifespan. Really, really nice car. It's got a 2.3 litre 4-cylinder petrol engine with 136 horsepower. Drives the rear wheels via a 3-speed automatic gearbox. Let's give it some revs. Can't really show you the rev counter because there isn't one. Anyway, let's put it into drive and launch the bugger. 3, 2, 1. Come on. Steady away she goes. I love looking through that 3-pointed star on the bonnet. Quite a snappy gear change. A bit of a jerk to it. There we go, we've got time. Oh, 0 to 60 in 12.8 seconds. Not bad for just a normal saloon back in the day. I do like this, it's really comfy. We've got bouncy seats as well. Now we're back into some performance cars because this is a 300e 6-litre AMG from 1988. It's nicknamed the Hammer because its 6-litre V8 puts out 385 horsepower, which was a lot in 1988. Feels lovely in here. It's like it's brand new. The seats are great. It doesn't have traction control though, so I'm a bit nervous, but we're still going to try and get a time. Before we do, let's hear the engine. The rev counter's a little bit loose and bouncy, but that doesn't matter. I'm going to go for it. Don't crash it, they said, don't crash it. Please don't crash it. Let's do this. Here we go. Just going. Not quite as fast as I thought it would be away from the line. Now it's building. That felt a lot slower than it actually was. 0 to 60 in 7.87 seconds. But it felt really slow, like I didn't feel it building speed. I was actually expecting this to be a lot quicker than it felt. Maybe they pressed a button and kind of restricted the power to prevent me cocking it up because this is quite an expensive car. Who knows? Still the fastest one yet, but things are going to get quicker. Now I'm sat in a 190e 2.5 16 Evolution from 1990. So this car was actually built as a road-ready version of a DTM touring car. There's only 502 actually ever made, and price-wise, back in the day, they were about the same as a well-spec'd S-Class because of all the upgrades that they had on them. So it's got a 2.5 litre 4-cylinder engine with 235 horsepower. When I was young and I had a motorbike, I remember being out on the road with my mate Greg on the back seat. Shout out to Greg, he's the one who actually got me into cars. Greg Morris, if you're listening. Anyway, so we're bombing along this road and there's this Mercedes 190e up my arse and I couldn't shake it at all, and I was really annoyed. I thought my bike was just suddenly slow. It was a little Honda NC30 VFR 400, and Greg actually explained to me that this is a very special car. It was the 190e 2.5 Evolution, so fair enough. I'm going to see how quick it is now though. So first of all I'm going to rev it. Sounds pretty good, and now I'm going to launch it. So it's a dogleg gearbox, it's supposed to be a racing car. So first down here again, let's see what we can do. Oh yes, what a lovely engine. Come on! I think I'm going to get a good time out of this. It revs so high. There we go, 0 to 60 in 8.35 seconds. That felt fun. I like this engine. What a good car. I'd love to hoon it around a track. Maybe that's for another day. How's this for a bit of luxury? A 1990s 560 SEC. So this is a 2-door coupe, and it was only available with a V8 engine. It's got a 5.5 litre with 300 horsepower. Look at this. Just open the door, close it. Come on, give me my seatbelt. Yeah, this thing is proper. See what it sounds like. Oh, big smooth V8. Ho ho ho. Let's put the automatic gearbox into drive. Here we go. Oh, nose pitches skyward. This feels good and sounds good. Oh, I like this. Oh, we have a time. 0 to 60 in 7.24 seconds. The quickest I've done so far, which is really impressive considering this is a luxury car. However, that does make me think there was something a bit wrong with the Hammer, because that car did have 85 more horsepower, but was slower. Oh well, old timers. Things are getting a little bit serious now because I'm sat in a CLK DTM AMG coupe. So only 100 of these were built, and they were built to celebrate Bernd Schneider's 4th win at the German touring cars in 2003. It has a 5.5 litre supercharged V8 with 582 horsepower and 800 newton meters of torque. Thankfully, it's also got stability control, so I'm quite confident in launching it. But first, let's hear the engine. Oh. Right, That's enough of that. Let's do it. Whoa. Stability control kicked in there. That isn't another leak to the other cars. So I did 0 to 60 in 4.39 seconds. It's supposed to do it in 3.9 seconds, and I have no doubt it would do if the tyres were warm and they didn't spin up like that. But that was more fun. That was a lot more fun. I was like, where's the stability control? I'm going to have to intervene here. But then it kicked in, and it wasn't too abrupt either. It's mad to think that even back in 2004, Mercedes had a good stability control system which could just curtail power and keep you safe without just completely shutting down the engine. Oh, I like this. The car I'm sat in now is pretty significant to me. It's a CL65 AMG, and it's got a 6-litre twin-turbo V12 with 612 horsepower and 1,000 newton meters of torque, driving the rear wheels via an automatic gearbox. Now, back in 2009, I was working for a magazine called Auto Express, and I begged the road test editor to let me have a go in this car, but he wouldn't allow it. He said it was too powerful for me, and I better stick to just kind of like 4-cylinder hatchbacks. Well, I've had to wait until now, though I'm no more sensible, so we're going to see what happens. Let's first of all have a listen to the engine. It's quite subdued. It's not letting me rev it up. It's got a soft limiter. It's part luxury car, part performance car. I want to try the performance now though, so let's put it into drive. Whoa, whoa, stability control kicked in there. 0 to 60 in 4.97 seconds. Gonna keep going. The way it gets up to 100 miles an hour is pretty impressive. Do you know what, Mr. Road Test Editor? I would have been fine driving this because the safety systems just stop any kind of craziness. I think you're just being mean to me. Anyway, enough bleeding hearts. I'm going to stop having my pity party because I'm having a party right now getting to drive all these today. It's time for the final car. It's a 2018 G500 4x4 squared. That's a 4-litre twin-turbo V8 with 422 horsepower and 610 newton meters of torque, but it's blooming heavy. It weighs in at 3 tons. Not sure what it's going to do, but first let's have a listen to the engine. Oh yeah, those side pipes. Let's do this for the last time. Release the beast. Here we go. 0 to 60 in 6.97 seconds. You notice it's not as quick as my old G63 AMG. Blimey. It's mental. Right, that's 60. 0 to 60, 4.1 seconds. But it did have more power and less weight. And I never thought I'd say that about my old G63. But what a thing this is, and what a way to finish. I'll tell you what, I've learned something today by driving all these old Mercedes, especially the performance versions, and it's just how far cars have come. My A45S destroys all of the things I've driven here in terms of acceleration, and that's just the entry-level performance Mercedes. It's nuts, really. It's got a 2-litre 4-cylinder engine, and it's way quicker than that touring car inspired CLK DTM. But then I guess that's progress for you. And I also guess it's a real cheesy ending as well. I forgot there's one last classic Mercedes to do a time trial on. It's this, the Benz Patent motor wagon, the first ever motor car. It was invented in 1886. I'm going to do a 0 to 16 rather than a 0 to 60, and that's 16 kilometers an hour because that's the top speed of this thing. It's got a 1-litre single-cylinder engine with just 3/4 of a horsepower. So let's give it a go. The controls aren't like a normal car, but there we are. Forward! I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like and let me know in the comments box of any other videos you'd like me to do. If you click on the video windows, you can watch more videos. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to turn your notifications on. That way, you won't miss a single upload. I think I'm running out of room. Can't even get up to 16 kilometers an hour here. Oh, this is hard work. I think I'd rather just walk or ride a horse. Maybe the first Mercedes-Benz, but it's definitely the worst. Sorry, it's true. But this is where it all started, so I shouldn't complain. Ah.